Shalom to you, like giving all praise and honor glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashim Kakodash, and give double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Well, peace and salutation to you, like again. Shemai Mopper is a mop from the great millstone, PLAINTABLES, Cant, Philadelphia. Of course, giving a double shalom to the elder bishops as well, the great millstone too. And I'm coming with another wee lesson. Shemai Mopper is a mopper from the great millstone, PLAINTABLES, Cant, Philadelphia. Hey, with this wee lesson, Mayor Parker or Mayoress Parker, all right, and she's a mayoress of Philadelphia, all right, and now it's plans to reimagine Market East. Now, this place Market East was in, years ago, they reconstructed the existing gallery mall and such, and throughout that time, we've seen like businesses such as Giant Hair Bloom Market, Philadelphia, closing, right? In the gallery, it closed. Okay, it struggled with theft and infestations. Okay, it was closed by the Department of Health at a point, right? Look at that, and this is. Look at this. And this might be not even the one that's on market. Okay. And we're seeing these littered all over the city. Okay. And a lot of these businesses are just being shut down. All right. The own government is taking them out. All right. This one is on Drexel. All right, campus and such, apparently. 34th, I haven't been to this location. All right. Going to it, I'm going to give you the one that I was talking about. They shuttered their doors permanently. All right. It was at the old Strawbridge's building down in the center city. Okay. In the city center, right? Which was nice. It was on 801 Market Street. Giant Hair Bloom Market at Strawbridge's building in Center City that closed in December. It's closed. It's through. All right. After 3 years, the store shut down due to poor performance. Okay. This is in the city center. It's kind of convenient because you could just like get on the train, even though that's a failure. SEPTA, Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Agency. It's unsanitary. Okay, homeless people everywhere, drugs being used, drugs being sold, and it's just unsanitary. And it just shows you how America is continued to, which I like to use this word as of lately, degrade, which is to decompose to a lower quality and value or status. Okay, degrade. Okay, and it's like degraduation. Okay, because remember, this place was in such elevation. Okay, which you can go to, places in the scriptures, Revelation 18, and tell you so much. Of how, this place has glorified itself. Revelation 18:7 is how much she hath glorified herself, being America, and lived this deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and I shall see no sorrow. And we're seeing the sorrows that is happening. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine. She shall be utterly burnt with fire, for Yahweh is the Lord power who judgeth her. And it's the Lord Yahweh that's judging America, all right, and bringing it down. Now you have it here with this but another plan or proposal to reimagine an already existing failed project. Let's go.
To build a new arena in Center City. Plans for a revitalization project at Market East are now underway.
Well, we were there this morning as city leaders discussed their ideas to invigorate the area. City leaders announced a new multifaceted task force set on reimagining the Market East corridor in Center City, Philadelphia. They gathered at Jefferson Tower at 11th and Market to unveil a joint venture between Comcast and the Sixers after the Sixers abandoned plans earlier this year to build a new arena
which would have allegedly brought so much but to the economy, but that's just like a logistics and that's just a traffic failure, where it is.
In that area.
It's proposed to be put down there in Chinatown.
No more shiny, glossy plans that will be very inclusive, where a lot of people get a chance to talk, and then afterwards these plans go and sit on someone's bookshelf and they collect dust.
Out of the dust of past failed plans to revitalize Market East, Mayor Parker says a new vision has emerged, one that includes public and private partnerships, collaboration between local, state, and
the place is through. We don't even prophesy down there no more. All right, we left that. Look at it. The Popeyes, all these. There used to be Sound of Market down there. Got a Panda Express on the corner. The Rite Aid is closed. Okay, they closed down the Marshalls where we next to the charter school where we used to on this very corridor, 10th and Market area. Okay, where we would prophesy. Okay, it's finished. Nothing but like but these ratchet Muslims, all right, Jake, and like dice gamblers and just shiesty folk.
Federal leaders, and most importantly, community involvement.
So the voices that will be heard in this process will come from the entire city of Philadelphia.
The controversial plan to build a Sixers arena in the heart of Market East came with a visceral response from many in the neighboring Chinatown business community and nearby neighborhoods.
They're just gonna replace the whole neighborhood with a sports arena, All right, let me see if I can get the scripture. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Okay? And what you got to understand is that these plans are doomed, okay? Because Babylon the Great, Babal, which is a place of confusion, which is America, all right, is going down, and the Lord is bringing it down systematically. Rayak in the Hebrew for vain, which is empty and idle and vain, worthless. Okay, and the heathen are definitely raging. Ragash, all right, they coming with this noise and this, which they conspiring. Right, you can see the loud voice of this mayoress Parker, which sounds less not like a female false prophet. False pastor, right? Women ain't supposed to be leaders of ministries or nothing. They supposed to keep silence at home. But she comes with that, speak as a lamb and very powerful plantation type pastor type spirit, when she go and speak to make you believe in the vision. But the vision has failed.
Felt their voices, their livelihoods, and their concerns weren't heard. This new 60-member advisory committee vows that will not happen this time around.
The role of the advisory group is fairly straightforward. It's to listen, to learn, engage with each other and the community.
Mayor Parker says the plan will come to life in stages with glimpses of improvements along the corridor heading into the nation's 250th birthday celebration.
Flash mobs. This is a good scene of flash mobs. Like I said, we used to prophesy right across the street. Nothing but flash mobs. H&M. Okay, this is the new fashion district. Which they redid in construction over the years, but it's a dead mall. All right, most people only just go there to go to the movies.
Celebration in 2026.
Look, we used to prophesy literally to the left of this, past the CVS. People just steal stuff out of there. This is the center city. Okay, through.
The advisory group will focus on Market Street from City Hall to Penn's Landing, with special attention to blocks between City Hall and Independence Mall.
What we have done is gathered together some of the best subject matter experts with knowledge, intimate knowledge of our great city.
We talked to Philadelphians who say they would welcome the revitalization project.
It would make downtown look more lively.
I'd like to see
Yeah,
some.
because it's dead. Downtown is dead. It's not the same spirit going down there.
Like family-owned businesses, something to make the area a little bit more unique.
Family owned. Yeah, mom and pop brick and mortar is being replaced by major corporations, and major corporations are losing big jobs. This person got laid off from Amazon through a text. Okay? So those days is being taken, all right, of the past, the good old days. All right? You know, where you can get unique handcrafted things. That's over. Okay? Again, Babylon is not going to be as what people, had it up to be. Okay? And which was that golden place. Yeah, that golden city. All right? Jeremiah 51 tells you again that Babylon has been a golden cup in verse 7. And in the Lord's hand had made all the earth drunken. The nations are drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her and take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So, like I said, the national defects are here. There's a lot of repium for this place. All right? There ain't no healing for Babylon. Rapah, right? Rapah, Yanawa, right? We got healed. Oth, definitely. Babal, which is Babylon, America. Wala'ah, Na, and not. Na, Rapah, Rapatha, right? Healed she. It says Izab Wa. Alright. Izabwa. Alright, so forsake her. Alright. So, that's what it is. And people have been forsaking this place. Alright. People lost hope in this place. Okay.
Restaurants, different stores, something to
Plenty of restaurants in the Hard Rock. You see the tears from her eye from the cold.
give it a little bit of more of a Philadelphia vibe.
Ain't got no Philadelphia vibe. It got this corny makeshift vibe of, just make everything kind of trendy, but we want things to be in compliance to what the system wants. Okay. If I build a store, my store is not gonna be, it ain't gonna be the typical store. All right. It's gonna be different.
Well, the mayor said that the task force will be open to hearing from community organizations and other stakeholders.
And that's just that, man. So the last one I was gonna get was Malachi, the first chapter, which it tells you. I think that's Malachi 1 and 4, wearing Adawam, all right, which is rogue men, all right, and Adawam, which is not Adam, that's meaning man of the ground, all right, it's Adawam, okay, Adawam, and you could check it right here, all right, that's Edom name, all right. Kaya, for, or whereas, Tha, Amar, Adawam. That's what Edom say. We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call on the board of wickedness, and the people whom Yahweh had indignation forever. All right? And when you see the build is Banah in the Hebrew, and then you have the desolate places, and you have also the Lord doing then, which is harass, which means to break down, to overthrow, the ruined, all right, to pluck down. The Lord has been plucking these places down. Just look at these businesses, all right. So a lot of these mom and pop stores that she want revitalized, that woman want revitalized in Philly, many of them are out of business, and their places up for commercial lease. So that's just that. Shalom to the elect.